Hunt. I'm Randy.
Andy.
Jared.
Oh.
We're going to do a review on this blind. This is a new blind that Andy picked up for all of us. Really nice.
This is the brand new Drake 4-man blind. That is, I'm a little bit undecided on a few things, but otherwise it's a pretty solid blind.
But we're going to set this up for you so that way you can see what it looks like when it's set up. Alright, so how these legs come out, these two are already out. This comes and it slides down. Then you have pins that you push in and it locks it in. Then it's locked in, right? So then, once you're to that stage, you come out to here. Some of the legs are at different heights right now. We did use this to go hunting, so we're on a little bit of uneven ground. But, so each one of the legs, in order to adjust them, has just little button things that you push, click, slide, slide, and you bring it back down. Now it's setting more level. That leg could go with one more click, but you take this one and you take that one and you put them together.
Because these act as your door. These go together. That move. These two go together, and then this pin here, you can use to lock them together, so that way you have one full solid blind.
And then if you take it apart,
yeah, then when you go to take it apart,
that makes sense.
Then you can open these up.
You have two doors. So, but now we're gonna do a little bit of probably fast forward on you guys. That way you guys don't have to wait 10 minutes and watch us slap it all together. So how we've been doing this, it's really easy. A 5-year-old, 10-year-old could probably do this. You just lay it out. You'll notice how it says left front. And that's if you are
facing the front of the blind.
Yeah, that's if you are actually like on the other side of the blind and facing it. We got confused on that one when we first did this.
First 3 times.
We definitely figured it out after that. So Andy just locked the door into place. And all you do is this. It has these little holes, right? Nice metal, so that way it won't tear. And then you have these screws that stick out, the bolts. Just goes right in there. Bring it over a little bit farther. Oh look, another one. Bam. And then one more. And so you have this little bit of gap, which everybody would think is super inconvenient, but if you come to the other side, you'll actually notice that they thought about that. And they actually have little clips. You clip them in, right? And that definitely seals up your gap. So now you can actually tighten these and make it so there's no gap at all. Realistically, with enough grass anyway, you're not gonna have to worry about that too much. And now, this is the back. Which all the back is compared to the front, it doesn't have the frame. This just comes along, you got one pull, which same little adjustment, you just pop the pins out. So the little pins slide down, then you can adjust it all to the same height. And once you get it all to the same height, you can put your top on.
Or however you
yeah.
level it out.
It depends on the ground.
Uneven ground, which
we're on concrete, it's pretty level.
There's also a buckle system. It's right here on the door panels, so you can buckle them in and snug these together, so that way there's no hole here That's very nice.
Well, would this be the hole you want to leave open if you're hunting with a dog?
If you're hunting with a dog, you got 3 buckles. So what we did was we buckled the first 2 and we left the bottom one loose, so that way the dog could come through.
But now the most interesting part, what I think of this blind, is the top. So with the top, all it does folds out like what Andy's doing right now. You lay it flat like so. You got pins that you lock it in.
There's quite a bit of grass on this yet from the other day.
I just put it on top of
There we go.
They do say that you can assemble this with one guy, which you can, but it does make it easier with more people. So, but you take this shaft right here, and you'll see there's a hole, kind of not a whole lot of light, but there's a hole right here, right? So then you bring that shaft in, kind of got to finesse it, and it just slides right in, okay? And once it slides in, and you got your side, Andy?
Yep, my side's in.
Okay. Then it comes out like so. You have to adjust your legs a little bit.
Yep.
Here it actually dropped all the way in.
This is the nice canopy feature of this blind. Now it's awesome, but it has some drawbacks when you use some actual legit grasp or stocks or whatever you're using. When you go to flip the top up, it will move on you. So,
Like
what they
some of the
did-
grass, as you can see,
Yeah.
it did stay.
Some of it stayed in the loops. A lot of it came free. Not a big deal where we were hunting because geese are stupid. So some of the times they're like the smartest stupid animal you'll ever hunt.
Like Andy said, he's gonna get that fake grass, and that fake grass will actually.
Yeah, another big thing. As much as this is awesome, it also really sucks in the very first morning light, because trying to look through this and see your ducks as they're coming into the spread is tough. There's a few different methods of how you can fix that. I mean, if you want to just zip tie this part up, you could. What I found was the most effective was these pins here. I took this and I just flipped it up and I stuck a pin through this mesh netting and into here. And that held it up enough to where let's see, there's 3 of us.
There was 3.
There was 3 of us that morning hunting out of this blind, and we could all see just fine.
Hammond's in there, so he'll demonstrate on how to flip this thing up. So, you have 3, 4 guys in there. Oh, there's a duck. Bam, look at that. Can't tell me that doesn't look good.
Yep, it's a awesome feature.
Really light.
Yeah, it's super light. It's really easy to flip back. One guy can do it all day long.
The only thing I wish they would have included is like awesome on the whole being able to flip up. They do have these, but if you're not sitting on the side, like if you were just sitting in the middle, you kind of got to grab towards that back to actually be able to pull up.
Yeah.
If they would have had some kind of little handle in there,
Yeah, some kind of handle feature would have made this.
just like a cloth,
This-
to actually be able to flip it.
Yeah, something so I had some rigidity to
But
actually grab and pull.
having this screen down like during the day, like midday, you can see through it perfectly fine.
Yep,
So
not a problem. Once you have light,
yeah,
first shooting light,
very
absolute
difficult.
terrible to actually hunt out.
Yeah,
of.
very difficult.
But after that, it's golden.
But
So, a question I know some people would be wondering is, in that early morning light, sometimes, as everyone knows when they go hunting, how well does this thing hold back a cold morning wind?
Oh, amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
for our goose hunt that we went on with this thing, pretty warm, and
Well, I mean, I wear Sitka when I hunt, so I'm always warm. But you guys, yeah,
I got
We-
yelled
we
at.
could-
I was
we-
wearing blue jeans.
yeah. Well, you only got yelled at because you dove into the field when the geese were flying over, thinking that you're gonna be fine.
I was camouflaged.
You was careful. No.
That blue jean
But-
camo.
So now we're gonna do a MTV Cribs episode.
Oh.
This, okay? You can't tell me this, even with this top down, doesn't look very spacious. Like, there's Hammond, there's me, right? So you could easily, and we're talking blind bags, guns. what does this also come with, Andy, for your guns?
Oh, it also comes with some clips that you can put up on this square tubing where you can set your gun up into it, and it has a nice little elastic piece where you can strap your gun up.
That's
And
gun
it's
safety right there. That's an amazing thing they put in there. You know, now you ain't got to worry about a gun falling over. And let's say somebody forgot to put it on safe for some reason, whatever reason, falls over, not gonna hurt anybody.
Plenty of room for the jacuzzi.
Yep.
For what it is, it's a heck of a deal. I think it's a tad overpriced for what it is, me personally, buying it. Also, we've hunted with it twice now,
Yep.
and there is a leg that lost a bolt on our last hunt, which we just found out and during the process of making this video. And make sure all of your bolts are tight. When we first undid it, the slot that the square tubing's going to, one of these, I don't remember which side it was, but one of these was loose, and we had to tighten that up right away. We should have also had the thought of, oh, if that's loose, we better check all of them.
That's anytime you go hunting, you should just check your equipment, whether
Yeah,
it's your gun,
well,
your
yeah.
line. They do also have these straps for the top, so all it does is kind of tighten this a little bit, makes it a little more taut.
Yeah, that way when the wind starts blowing, it doesn't
Wave.
Yeah, it doesn't wave as
That
bad.
doesn't scare the birds then.
Yep. Also, it's nice for when you go to pack it up. You fold everything up and then you use that to wrap around and clip that so it doesn't.
But like it is easy for like one guy to go like this. What's nice about it too is like let's say you got birds coming in the back, right? This is a feature we almost forgot about. But let's say you got birds coming in the back. All you gotta do is flip your chairs around. Bam! Look at that. Tell me that ain't good.
Reversed.
Over the overall weight, this sucks if you have a long walk. If you got a four-wheeler or something to take this in, or you take it in on the cart, it's not so bad. But don't quote me on this because I'm might be wrong, but I think the overall weight of this ungrassed is 50 pounds. I think right now with the grass on it, it's somewhere up to about 62 pounds. So
But
it's heavy.
But remember to support Ducks Unlimited, Pheasants Forever, the NRA, local groups like that.
Delta Waterfowl, you also got your Quail Forever. There's a whole multitude of different organizations out there that help support what we do as a group of hunting buddies, and they also just protect rights of just individuals.
But from all of us from What the Hunt, don't have too much fun, bud.
And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.